So good morning. Almost didn't bother to get up this morning. Both of us have been feeling pretty rough with dodgy stomachs, and today is definitely going to be the hardest day. We're heading over the CHO LA Pass, which is up this way. Light's pretty crap at the moment. We've woken up to a gorgeous cloud inversion down in the valley. Looks amazing. Sun just hitting the top of some of the peaks as well. So fingers crossed it's going to be a really long, really tough day. Pretty high, like 5,360 meters or something, nearly as high as Gokyo where we were the other day. And then, yeah, well, fingers crossed we get over the top of this, and after that it should be a lot easier. But I think this is going to be a tough day. So the camera's going away for a while, and we're just going to concentrate on getting ourselves over. So much for putting the camera away. Back out again. I can't remember if I mentioned the other morning about these like little mountain birds that they look kind of like a grouse or a partridge. And they're like fearless of people. They just come running down the slope towards you, making all this racket. So I thought I'd stick the actual microphone on and see if I could record them. So we're about 2 hours in, come to the top of the first ridge. The views are pretty spectacular. You can maybe see behind us, somewhere in the middle of these, is the CHO LA Pass, which is what we'll be climbing and moving through over the next couple of hours.
Yay!
You're really looking forward to it. Fueling up on Snickers.
What time is it?
8 o'clock in the morning.
I'm eating Snickers.
It's worthwhile. So let me spin you around. So the CHO LA Pass is... it's a finger coming in. right a bit, right there. That's the CHO LA Pass. So we'll be climbing up in there somewhere. and this is what the views look like. It's pretty spectacular. Although that does look viciously difficult. That looks like an incredibly steep scramble. So the closer we're getting to this, the more intimidating and imposing it looks. I don't know if you can see on the video, like there's like a diagonal band of sort of orange-red rock, or just underneath that, the tiny little specks of people climbing. Should be interesting. So this is a bit of a shame. With this close to a rubbish bin, yeah, there's rubbish everywhere. If you come to Nepal, please be responsible and put your rubbish in the bin. It would be appreciated. We are slowly nearing the top, but it's quite a bit of a climb. We are really near the top, Jim.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Good.
It's not much further.
I am seriously out of breath.
We're at the top of the CHO LA Pass.
We made it! Woo!
I don't actually think it was as difficult as I was expecting, but we still have to get right down over there, and all I can see at the moment is just like glacier dropping down, so we've got quite a lot more work to do just to get down. How are you feeling about it?
Well, downhill's better than uphill, but it does look pretty icy over there.
How did you find the uphill?
Very hard.
Yeah? I know you did. But you did good.
Made it.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
that group over there left now the falls. And they're still up.
Yeah, exactly. And you were whinging that, oh, I can't do this. You can do it. An hour quicker than me. Anyway, we are at the top of the CHO LA Pass, so we're back on track. We'll spin it around and show you guys some of the views too. So after a delicious, blinded, delicious lunch of boiled eggs, yak cheese and chapati, we are going to head off down the glacier and probably get some late lunch if we get down there about 2 o'clock or something, so some proper lunch. One of the things I love about the glacier is you find things like this giant piece of rock just suspended on ice. Maybe I spoke too soon. How about this one? It's ginormous. Almost back out to the path. But as we've got down, I realised this glacier is way bigger than I thought it was at the top. It is enormous. We've just come like around the side of that glacier. As I pointed out a minute ago, was much bigger than I actually realised, and then we've just come up and like over the rocks so that I can see down into the next valley, and well, look at this, it's amazing. Everywhere we go, we seem to like, every new pass we cross, valley you go into, the views just seem to get better and better. It's an awesome place.
Good morning guys. So yesterday we had a really long day, real tough day. Got back to the tea house and basically just passed out. Today we have apparently an easy day, so we'll see. But I think we've only got about 100 metres of climb, which is always a good sign. Bit of a later start as well, so the sun's up, which is nice. Yeah, so let's go.
Behind me up here, the snow-capped mountain is Labuche Peak. And we can see the tents at the bottom here, which is the camp that they use to climb this. This is about just over 6,100 metres, and it's something I'd really like to come back to do. We've finally turned the corner back into the main Khumbu Valley, and we can see the Khumbu Glacier. Although it looks like just a pile of rocks, that's actually moraine. You can see like the steep sides of it. It's just like the glacier that we saw the other day, only a little smaller. So we've just arrived in Labuche. We've got 3 main things that we need to do today, I think. Number 1,
refuel, because I don't think we've eaten enough. I think we're running on empty. Number 2,
charge some stuff.
Yeah, namely the SteriPen, which has been a godsend actually,
camera.
which has saved us a fortune, but we'll talk about that later this afternoon. And the last one is get some Wi-Fi so that Jem can get some more books on her Kindle, because it's only just gone 10:30 in the morning and we are here for the day so that we have an early start tomorrow heading up to base camp. So probably need something to do sitting in this gorgeous sunshine. Now we've found a spot in the middle of a stream to just talk about a couple of things that we have noticed on the way up. So I mentioned earlier on about we needed to find some charging, and one of the main things that we wanted to charge was our SteriPen. It's been an absolute godsend, but Jem can talk about that in just a minute. But the charging is, I think, can be a real scam up here, and it's something that everybody needs to really watch out for, because they charge you per device per hour. And I know full well that some of our devices need a little bit more charge or more power to charge properly than others. So they work properly on our own adapters, but you go and plug them into some crappy USB adapter that somebody else has, chances are it's not going to work. And I think it's become clear to us that actually some of the people up here know this, and then they want to charge you for more hours to trickle charge your equipment rather than just charging you a flat fee. I think this is the 4th time we've tried to charge a SteriPen. Each time we've been paying between $3 and $4 for an hour, and it's never fully charged. It's not even remotely charged. It's like it hasn't charged at all. Just now we've put it on and we made them use our own adapter, and it's fully charged. Fully charged within an hour, as was my phone on the same thing. So just watch out for that, and I think as long as you can get them to use your own power adapter that you know delivers enough power to the USB ports, you should be all right. But just watch out for it, because it definitely is a scam. Speaking of the SteriPen, how much have we saved? Well, so first of all, for people who don't know what a SteriPen is, it's a UV sterilizer. So we have heard that the water as you get higher up the mountains is okay, but we don't really want to trust it. Mineral water is costing, when you're up this high, maybe $3 or $4 a bottle. And for a litre, yeah. To stop getting altitude sickness, you should be drinking at least 3 litres a day. Yeah, 3 to 4 litres. Between the two of us, each day we could be spending $30 or more on just water. Not to mention plastic. Right. Yeah, I mean, one of the main reasons we had for getting SteriPen was because we know that plastic waste up here is a real problem. Everything has to be carried out, and that we have been to a few places where there is a lot of waste, and it's a real shame in the mountains. So we bought ourselves a SteriPen, which I think was $90. Yeah, something like that. And we've used it the whole way up here. We do also have as a backup the tablets that you can drop in the water to sterilise it. We tried them one day when we couldn't get charged. If you like drinking the swimming pool water, go for the tablets. Yeah, they taste disgusting. They're grim. You just don't want to drink the water when it tastes like chlorine. So the SteriPen, I think, is an absolute perfect investment that we've made for this trip. Much excitement in the tea house tonight with the addition of an LED strip.